Hey guys, DVSGames here. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at a beginner's team for the Ice Beast. Now, technically you want to tackle your Rift dungeons in 3 waves. Your first wave is you just want to clear it. So you want to kill them so that you can get the chances at an S or better score, which I believe starts off at 2 million. You need to kill them with over 2 million to get an S, or 2.5 million, I'm sorry, to get an S. 2 or 3 million to get a double S, and then 3.5 to get a triple S. So here what we have is a basic beginner, or no, this is the advanced team, I'm sorry. Here's your basic beginner team. You start off with Lapis, so obviously you're going to have her. She provides a leader skill, which is great. And Fran is easily obtainable, Belladian's easily obtainable, Bernard you can farm up, and Crow is a secret dungeon, you can get him. The only one that you kind of have to work for is Mav. And Mav I have on a... Hold on, let me put him in rotation. And we'll go through them all first. So your front line, you want to be high defense tanky monsters. Anything that can increase attack bar and heal is a plus. So Belladian is on Violent Broken, Speed, HP, HP. Now, her damage does scale on defense, so I really should have more defense on her. Her 2A stats are pretty good, but as you can see, her defense is only a little over 1,000, but she's got a ton of HP, so she's sitting on 30,000 HP, or I'm sorry, 31,000 HP, and she's got close to, what is that, 1,100 defense, sitting at about 190. She's got some defense here and some HP here. Fran, we've seen the Fran before, on Violent Revenge, Speed, HP, HP. 1, 3, and 5 look like so. HP here, HP here. And again, she's sitting on close to 1,000 defense, just over 30,000 HP. Bernard is just on runes that I literally have laying around. I had to rebuild him just for this particular video. I did 2A him, and then I pulled a Kabila shortly after, so his runes all went away. Then we've got Speed, Defense, Defense. 1, 3, and 5 look like so. No artifacts. As you can tell, nothing's grinded on him. He's literally just holding runes. He's got a decent amount of accuracy so that he can land his body slam. And then Lapis is on Fatal Revenge. I believe these are actually the fatal runes that you receive from completing the campaign. So these are obtainable. They're just, these are powered up. These are slightly grinded, slightly gemmed. Then we've got artifacts on here. Now in the backline, they don't have to be as tanky. And you kind of want to have some, you want all your damage to be coming from the same type of damage. So you don't want some attack damage, some HP damage, some defense damage. I have an attack buffer, so I've got my main damage coming from Lapis and Crow. We've seen the Crow before in other videos. I'm literally 1 skill up away from maxing out the skills I want. I just want to get that team up maxed. And here's his artifacts. And then Mav, he's on a Violent build. The only thing that you want as far as turn order goes is you want Mav going absolutely last in the team so that he can refresh everybody's skills. And so here's team 1. And like I said, the goal is not to get 7 million, 8 million damage. The goal is to kill the boss first and foremost. After you get that goal, then you want to go ahead and try to get into triple S every time, which is the 3.5 mil. And then after that, apparently your rewards scale with the amount of damage you do. So if you do 7 million damage, you're going to do better. You're going to get better rewards than if you did 3.7 million damage. But as you can see, through here, it's just a lot of support. Everybody's tanky enough to survive. They're going to take some hits. The the immunity that Fran puts up helps against the freeze, because he does have that attack it's this freezing roar. it'll put that blue stuff onto your life, and if you get hit with his next attack while that's on you, it'll freeze you. But here's the will, or not the Thorn of Despair, I'm sorry, it's the one after that. It's this Ice Sweep. So we'll start off with a defense break, an attack break, and the only other the only other debuff we can put on here is going to be the Brand, which is there. Unfortunately, it's coming from Crow, so he's not going to get additional damage out of it. So coming out of this particular wave, we want to be right around 2.6 to 2.7 damage. As you can tell, we're really low on the damage. And mainly it's because we've got 4 supports and 2 damage dealers. But, like I said, in your first phase, all you want to do is make sure that you get the damage out so that you can actually beat the boss. Let's take a look at how it runs out. So we avoided the freeze with that attack. That Thorn of Despair does a lot of damage. So once we're able to get everybody back up, we're all still on will, so nobody will get frozen here. I don't believe anybody was in danger of it, but from here it's just a matter of dealing the damage out. Now we want to tank this last big hit, and because it's his last attack, it does do quite a bit, but that's why you want your front line to have high defense. Now after this we have, as I said, we have double healers, so they'll be able to get us back up. Well, this is going to be a big hit now. Fran will put up the immunity, so this will keep us from getting frozen. And again, this is a very safe team. It'll get you to where you need to get in order to beat the boss. Now the boss is he's getting very close to taking his ultimate for the second time. So this is a very slow team, but it will get you the damage that you need to kill him. Actually, this is a lot slower than I'd like it to be. But it's a beginner team, and it's something that you work towards. So this is your first team. You get 500,000 additional points for killing the boss, and at this point, we ended up with an A+. So again, it's not great. Then after this point, you want to go ahead and start building things that are going to be specific for this dungeon. So here, let's take out Lapis, and we'll start off with an Orang, because Orang is actually a very good damage dealer, and she is useful in other places, but in this place in particular she's going to be great because of the fact that she has a wind power attack leader skill, and these are her stats. She's on attack, crit damage, attack, on fatal will. Honestly, she doesn't need the will. I'm not exactly sure why they're on her, but we'll make it a 4-man frontline so that way they'll be able to take a little bit more damage, and we'll be able to stay in the back a little safer. At this point, as I've said, we're using everybody else in some other aspect of the game. Bella can be used in your GB12 team, your NB12 team, and your DB12 team. Same with Fran, and they can also be used in TOA, TOA hard. Same with Bernard and Mav is great for TOA hard. Crow is great for TOA. He's a great damage dealer. The only person that we've built additionally here is Orang, and mainly because Orang is a great damage dealer. Single target DPS, that's amazing for this particular content. So here we go. We've got Bella going a little nuts with her defense breaks. They did nerf Orang. At one point, whenever she used that Soul Snatcher ability, she used to gain a shield equal to the damage that she dealt. But I mean, it is what it is, whatever. Like I said, here we want to be going out at around, I think it's 2.6 mil. If not, we're pretty close. We can definitely be clearing out the end of this stage. And remember, last time he almost got 2 full ultimate attacks off on us. He got down to, I believe it was the Thorn of Despair, but I don't believe he got the Ice Sweep on us last time. The additional damage from Orang and also her leader skill, it's kind of a trade-off because Crow doesn't get that additional damage, but it does mean that she gets to hit a lot harder. Alright, so we weren't able to get the immunity up, which means Orang gets frozen, but everybody else was out of it. So here it looks like we're gonna take that last shot. We should be tanky enough to survive, so we're not worried about that. And then just as I said, here we're just trying to clean up. We're definitely going to do more damage to kill him way sooner than we did the first time around. And there you go, with the 500,000 extra bonus. It looks like we're going to be running 3.4 million, so we're at the double S mark. And now for our final iteration of the team, we'll go ahead and build an additional damage dealer, which will be this one. And we're actually going to take out Frad, even though she does provide the attack buff. At this point, we're actually using enough damage that it isn't necessary. So again, Crow's going to miss out on it. You can replace Crow with another damage dealer, but at this point we're looking for a continuous triple S damage team. So now we built up an Orang and an Arjun specifically for this content. Now unfortunately, when you want better scores, it's what you got to do. You have to start making monsters that are specific in content. They're not going to be used everywhere. You might use them in Guild Wars, you might use them in Siege, but you're going to use them primarily in 1 or 2 spots, and then after that you're going to get a chance to, you know, rune them up for World Boss. That's about all you're going to do with them. So again, remember, we want to get out of here at about 2.6. We got out of here at 2.4 last time, and we just missed the triple S mark. We've got the defense break, we've got the brand, we've got the slow and the attack buff. The only thing we're missing here is the block beneficial effects, which Arjun can put on, but he didn't put it on before Crow's Scar. Not that it really matters. As you can see, we're above the 2.6 mark. We ended up at 2.8. So now all we got to do is kill, and that'll pretty much guarantee that we're going to get the triple S. Here's his first big hit. It does significant amount of damage, but not enough to kill us. At this point, we've all taken enough turns again to cycle out of the freezing breath, so that way his ice sweep doesn't freeze anybody. And then we've got enough DPS coming from our damage dealers in the back to get him down in health. Throne of Despair is another nuke coming in, deals damage, it hurts. Everybody is again able to get enough of the blue off of them to avoid the freeze, except for Arjun and the Nine-Tailed Fox, I forgot her name, Orang. So here comes the big nuke. We weren't able to kill him before it. Still tanky enough to survive all the way through. And then from here we're able to finish off because this deals no damage. And there you go, guys. So I've given you a comprehensive list that starts off with being able to kill the boss, being able to make sure that you're in the double S range, and then being able to make sure you're in the triple S range. Now, linked in the comments below, I'm gonna have the team that I use that actually goes for the #1 spot in my guild. That team does have multiple units that are built specifically for this dungeon, such as Erigar and the 2A Naomi. The 2A Naomi I do also use in Giants, but that's aside from the point. Anyway, I'm glad you guys stopped in and took a look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please comment, like, subscribe, and let me know if there's anything else you guys want to see. In the next video, I'll be tackling our Fire Rift, the same kind of format. Have a good one, guys.